Hey everyone, welcome back to V&A Crafts. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make empanadas. These are so delicious. They're a Mexican classic, and I'm going to be showing you two different fillings that I do. One of them is a pineapple filling and the other one is a cajeta filling, which is like a caramel filling. So let's go ahead and get started. A pineapple filling is done in advance, and if you want to serve them for a Thanksgiving dinner or a Christmas dinner, then you can do them ahead of time. Here I have 3 20-ounce cans of crushed pineapple and 2 18-ounce jars of pineapple preserves. This makes for about 95 empanadas, so it's totally up to you if you want to just use half of this, depending on how many pineapple empanadas you want to make. Either way, if you make this ahead of time and you have some left over, this freezes very well. So you can go ahead and store it in the freezer for a future use. All right, so I have a large bowl here and a sift. I'm basically going to press small portions of the crushed pineapple, making sure that I get as much of that pineapple juice out. You want to make sure that your crushed pineapple is as dry as you can get it. So this does take an arm workout, but hey, at least we're getting our workout done. The reason why you need this crushed pineapple is because if you just use the pineapple preserves, the filling is going to goop out or leak whenever you are baking the empanada. So this is crucial to thicken up the filling. So you're going to try to get as much juice as you can, and I'm doing this in small batches, and I'm going to put this in a large saucepan. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this with all of my cans, trying to get it as dry as possible. So after you've done all of your cans, you're going to have a lot of pineapple juice left over. Don't throw it away. You can use it for smoothies, for pina coladas, or you can use them just to drink as pineapple juice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to the stove and I'm going to put it under medium heat. So here I got it as dry as I could. As you can see, it is a little bit darker and it looks quite dry. Now we're going to go ahead and add the pineapple preserves, and you're going to add all of the jars. You're going to mix this all together, and it's going to go back to medium heat to thicken. So after some time, you're going to see that the pineapple preserves started to melt. It's going to start getting a little liquidy. As you can see here, there's still a lot of juice here. You want to make sure that you keep mixing this at the stove until you get it as dry as you can. This is how you want it to come out. You want to make sure that whenever you push through with the spatula, no juice is coming out and that it's quite thick. It's also going to darken in color. So then I'm going to go ahead and put it in a container. I'm going to let it cool, and I'm going to store it in the fridge for 1 to 2 days. And this is what it looks like after 1 to 2 days. You see how thick it is? This is how you want the filling to be, so that you make sure none of the filling goops out whenever you're cooking the empanadas. And now to get started on the dough, you're going to need 4 sticks of butter, softened, 1 8-ounce cream cheese packet, softened as well. I brought 2 out. I don't know why I thought I needed 2, but you need 1. 4 cups of flour if you're going to do this by hand. If you're going to do this in a standing mixer, you're going to need 5 cups of flour. So I'm going to do mine in a standing mixer just because it does help out a lot. I'm going to use my paddle attachment, and I'm going to go ahead and mix this until it's smooth. Make sure to scrape down the sides as well. If you're doing this by hand, you're going to be looking out for the cream cheese and butter to let out some juice or some sweat. If you're doing this on the standing mixer, you're basically waiting until it's smooth, or whenever you pass the spatula, it's literally like slipping off of the spatula. And the reason why is because of that sweat. That's the best way that I can put it. So then I'm going to be adding small amounts of flour at a time. If you're doing this by hand, you're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to add a little bit of flour at a time. Make sure every time you add some, you kind of scrape down the sides. And on the last time that you're adding the rest of the flour, it should start coming together. I did switch over to my dough hook just so it could knead the dough for a bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and place this inside of a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and I'm going to go ahead and let it rest on my countertop for about 30 to 40 minutes. Once my dough is ready, I'm gonna make 1 tablespoon size balls. So basically I'm just gonna put the dough inside of a 1 tablespoon spoon, and I'm gonna roll it into a ball and start making rows of 10s. That way you know exactly how many empanadas you have. Keep repeating this process until you have all of the dough completed. So for the next step, you're gonna need a tortilla press. In Spanish, it's called a tortillera. And basically what I did is I used that same gallon-sized Ziploc bag and I cut off the top portion and I'm cutting down the sides so that it's just one flat plastic. And I'm gonna use this in my tortilla press so that my dough doesn't stick to the tortilla press, and it just tends to make everything a lot easier when it comes to taking it off of the tortilla press. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I'm going to show you guys here. What you're going to do is take one of the little balls and then I'm going to cover it up with the other side, close the tortilla press and press down gently. And I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open up the plastic and peel my tortilla off. I'm gonna go ahead and start making stacks of these, also in 10s. I'm gonna go ahead and do that to all of the balls. This next step that I'm about to show you is optional for the cajeta/caramel empanadas. However, many can debate that it is an essential for cajeta empanadas, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it is. And it's basically 2 cups of sugar in a large bowl and 1/4 of a cup of ground cinnamon. And you're gonna mix the two together, and this makes a perfect coating for the cajeta/caramel empanadas. I'm gonna go ahead and set that off to the side because we're gonna need that for when the empanadas come out of the oven. For the cajeta/caramel filling, I'm gonna be using this 13.4 ounce Dulce de Leche can. If you watched my choco flan recipe, you know that I use this for that, and I also mentioned that this freezes very well. So if you have any leftover, you can go ahead and just store it in the freezer and use it for a future recipe. So I'm just gonna need 2 yolks, but don't throw away the egg whites because we're gonna need that actually for the pineapple filling. Here I have a large baking sheet and I covered mine in foil. However, you can cover it up in parchment paper, whatever you'd like. And I'm gonna spray mine with a little bit of cooking spray. You're gonna take one of the empanada tortillas and you're gonna wanna put maybe about 1/2 teaspoon of filling. Flip the other side over on the top of it. And then I press the edges down. Now here you can use a fork and just make marks here. I know a lot of people do it that way, but the way that my mom showed me, and I think it's probably one of the cutest ways, is to do little curls or like a rope-like closing. And so all I do is I gently curl it over and press. Curl over and press. Curl over and press, and repeat it all the way until you get until the end. And it just makes this little rope edge and it just looks so cute. And I'm gonna go ahead and place that on my baking sheet. And I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing. I'm gonna show you one more time how I do it. Add 1/2 teaspoon of filling, flip the other side over it, press the edges down, curl and press, curl and press, curl and press all the way around. And that little last one I kind of just curl up and press down. I'm gonna go ahead and make the amount of cajeta ones that I want. This amount of cajeta/caramel filling should make about 45 empanadas. Now for the pineapple ones, you're pretty much gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take one of my little tortillas and add about 1/2 teaspoon of the pineapple filling. Remember, this is going to be a little bit thicker. Flip the other side on top of it, press the edges down, curl and press, curl and press, curl and press all the way around. And this amount of pineapple filling should give you about 95 empanadas, but like I said, if you have some left over, if you don't want to do that many empanadas, then you can go ahead and freeze this and use it for a future use. Now those egg whites that were left over earlier, I just whisked it together with a fork, and here I'm just going to use a brush. And sorry guys, I didn't notice that this was almost out of frame, but what you're going to do is brush this over the pineapple ones. and this is gonna give them a really nice golden look. But I only do these to the pineapple ones. I don't do this for the cajeta ones. I'm gonna go ahead and place this into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 35 minutes or until golden brown. So when the cajeta ones are out, you want to make sure that you quickly roll them in this cinnamon sugar mix that we made earlier, and that's how those are basically decorated. The pineapple ones basically have that really nice golden look because of the egg whites. And that is pretty much it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. If you've tried empanadas in the past, let me know in the comment section what your favorite filling is. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family so they can also make these very delicious empanadas. Bye.